This episode of the Reppin' the State Line podcast with John, George, and Josh is sponsored by the Brodo Rockstar Group at eXp Realty. The home buying process is stressful, especially when it's your first time. The Brodo Rockstar Group is committed to giving you a stress-free experience while guiding you through the process from getting approved for a loan to getting the keys on closing day. Let their team treat you like a rock star. To book an appointment or to search all available properties in the State Line area, visit buywithbroda.com.
And you could also visit sellingthestateline.com.
What's up, gents? Little dance music to kick off this episode because we're back and we have breakfast again. Back to morning.
Breakfast
episode.
of Champions. We got a cup of pickles on the table. We're
That's
sponsored
right.
by Zero Sugar Snapple this week.
I'm surprised you're the one that has it. I'm the one that usually has it.
Well, Costco had like the variety pack on sale.
Oh, there you go.
So I bought it.
There you go. Look at you. Going
100%.
places.
So the elephant in the room. How was Camp Sheilah this weekend?
It was incredible. It was.
So I got like 2 texts from you all weekend, and
I
I was
know.
like not sure what was going on, but it was just, I could tell you were having a good time.
I did 70,000 steps in 2 days.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
all over the place. We had a couple of hiccups, but no one knew about them.
Nobody knows about the hiccups except for the people that run the event.
We handled it like a champ. We had the biggest showing from Rockford in Camp Sheilah history. We had 11 people volunteer from Rockford area.
That's awesome.
Shout out to
All of them.
all of them who volunteered.
Who you had? Let's give everybody
all
a
right.
thank you.
Yep. So I came, my mom, my sister, her fiance. We had my father-in-law, Ken Dahman. We had Jenny Sarabia Jones.
Awesome.
We had Ryan Rydell, Zach Rydell, Andrew Setter. We had Dan Avers,
Cassie's husband.
Cassie's husband.
Shout out to her.
Yep. We had Jake Burke. And one of our security guards was from Rockford.
All right. You're just going to have to text me a list of names. I could not keep up that fast. Just send me a text with everybody's names. So I'll tag everybody when this goes live on Facebook. So
Yeah, it was.
I mean, because that's awesome.
That's a lot of
I mean,
people.
that is a ton of people.
Ton of people to take an entire weekend out of their schedule, right? Because they're all busy. To give back to these kids.
Except for Ryan. Ryan's never busy. So he's always available. Just kidding.
And so,
No, and
I mean,
I feel a lot happened this past weekend. We'll go into a little bit later, but things changed rapidly over the time when I told you I couldn't for one reason, and then I couldn't for a second reason.
Right.
And, it wasn't as fun as going to like a Bears opener, but
yeah, it was.
Wah, wah.
We
How are them Jets? How about them Jets? 0-1 Jets and 1-0 Bears. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Win's a win.
It's apples to oranges.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was a whole lot of fun. We pulled out stops that we have never pulled out before, and we kept everyone on their toes. The founder, Kevin Doyle, it was his mom, Sheilah, that passed away. It was the first year that he pretty much didn't do anything at camp.
He sat back and let
He
you guys
just sat
take
back
care of
and
it.
did everything. And so we had a lot of highs, a lot of lows. We played a lot of games, had a lot of fun. The older kids got to do a high ropes course, which is really cool. And then the little kids got to do tree climbing.
Did I see you guys were at like Bolero?
Nope, that was actually for a quarterly activity.
Oh, okay.
So we started off only camp. Then we went to camp and an activity. And now it's to the point where we're doing a family activity almost once a month. So these kids don't just come to camp one weekend. We see them 10 to 12 times throughout the year.
Nice.
And check in on them, make sure they're doing well. We have our journey circle groups at these events, so if anything's going on, they can talk about it. So we're really giving these kids a lot of attention throughout the year to make them successful.
Wow. Well, I know it fills your cup, it fills your heart with so much by giving back over the weekend. I mean, you're glowing today.
I slept 6 hours the entire weekend.
Guess what that means?
I have fully hit full exhaustion, and my wife and kids have realized that. And so last night after dinner, I laid down at 8:45.
Josh is gonna be sick again.
No, I'm actually coming off of being sick. I actually feel my body feels great. Just exhausted, right? And it's more of the mental exhaustion over the physical exhaustion.
I know that.
And so I think I hit my head hit the pillow last night, and I didn't wake up till this morning.
Let's dive into our Denver Omelet of the week.
Wow, that's a segue.
Huge segue.
Huge segue.
On a side note, why weren't you at golf league last night?
I was not at golf league last night because I was playing bocce ball with Midwest Title.
That's right.
They needed a player on their team, and this team of misfits, this banded team that Christian Solaris at Midwest Title Services put together. Big shout out to Monica Williams, his new. She's basically the liaison to all of his business partners. You know what I mean? She's like here to keep us all together. New business. She put an amazing job. Myself and Demas, a couple of fellows from the Allstate insurance that's right there by Fozzie's.
Yep.
With the guys that have the entertaining spot in their thing. And I can't go into too much detail because it's not for clients. It's for business referral people. But they were on the team. And then a couple of Christian's business partners from ATN, which sponsors the title service here locally. You need a bigger company to underwrite all that because it's title insurance. It's a different type of insurance, but it's insurance. So a couple of the corporate people were there playing, and we lost our first game and went into the loser bracket. And we fought all the way back to the championship and came in fourth place.
There you go.
Because
how do you come in fourth place in the championship?
All right, so the way it's set up for the bocce ball tournament is you've got your bracket fighting to get to the final, and then you got your loser bracket. And we lost our first game, wound up in the loser bracket, and then won every game all the way to the end. And you got a shot then to play for the championship at the very end.
But then you would be in second place.
No, he got in the he got into the championship of the losers
We were the championship
bracket.
round, and that's fourth place. So who we played, we lost to Keller Williams, team one, who was then playing Gambino because they won against Dickerson, who lost in the
they made it to the final four.
It was
so they didn't make it to the championship.
Well, it's
game.
probably called the championship bracket.
It is the championship bracket. Because I'll tell you right now, nobody cared about nothing until that final game where they were measuring everything. The tape measure came out for everything at that point because it's a big deal. So shout out to Midwest Title Team. We did a great job. We're going to have T-shirts for next year because we were all wearing different things. And everybody's like in team jerseys and all this other stuff.
Sounds like a good time.
But it was a good time. It's sponsored by Guild Mortgage here in Rockford. You know, just shout out, thank you for Mike Scalisi and Eric Stonewall. They put on a great event. It was at the Venetian. So
over in my neck of the woods.
Yeah, just a good time.
So we have another segue here. We have tried to do the Potato Shack for like 4 weeks.
This is third time. They were closed the first time, and then we tried to go on a Monday, and they're always closed Mondays. And then we had an evening episode, so we couldn't go.
So they don't have a so-called Denver omelet.
It is,
but they have
the same thing.
Yeah, but it's called a Western omelet.
Which is the Denver
A
omelet.
It is.
Denver's a Western, yeah.
It is, but like...
All right. So looking at it right off the bat, it's, rolled scrambled, filled with filling, basically, right?
Yep.
So get a big bite here with peppers, ham, cheese. Alrighty. One bite. Everybody knows the rules.
The eggs are super thin, almost like a crepe.
Yep.
That's what I'm seeing. Yeah.
Their stuffing is significantly larger in size
Than last week's.
Yeah,
Than the last one we did.
yeah.
I mean, it is large. It is large diced peppers, large diced ham, big chunks of onion. It's still American cheese.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I'm a cheddar guy when it comes to that.
Understandable, but I just have them do it the way they do it.
Right? No. I get that, and that's the goal. I'm just trying to see who does it the way I like it. I will say you get way more filling.
This is only our second place, right?
It's only our second place, and you guys scored very high on the first place. So I mean, I'm just saying.
Do you have a recap on those scores?
Sure. Let me go back in the vault here and see what I can find.
I love me omelet.
I don't know why I did that. I gotta just go back to here, and I think I just gotta go back. Oh my goodness, that feels like an eternity ago. All right, so last time we were at Sunrise, the one bite score was a 7.3 for Josh, an 8.2 for George, a 6.9 for myself, and our guest at the time, Chris. We're not going to have Chris on all of them, so he gave an 8. So he stayed on George's philosophy there, but we'll see what happens.
Good omelet. Eggs are too thin for me. And I think that the toppings are too big.
I don't mind the big toppings. I just don't think there's any seasoning in the eggs.
I'm not
Wait.
getting salt or pepper.
Which Sunrise had good seasoning in
They
their
did.
eggs.
All right.
I'm going 6-4.
Wow. 6.4 for Georgie.
That's pretty accurate. I meant to say 6.4 too. That was a very accurate score.
Oh, see, I get the no seasoning, but I actually like the bigger chunks
I don't mind the bigger
compared
chunks.
to it. And being that I gave like a 6.9 last week, I was gonna put this right at a 7 because it's a little bit better.
But there's no
Interesting.
there's no seasoning.
I
But
thought that
I'm getting. I don't know about you, but I got one that had a ton of peppers and onions, so I'm getting all that flavor. So maybe that's the difference in my bite over your bite. But I'm
not gonna lie, I think Sunrise was
I'm sticking with a 7 on this one.
a different level, in my opinion.
I like the fluffier egg.
Well, me too. I'm not a big fan. So when I get an omelet, I want protein and a lot of egg, not a thin crepe. So, but I mean, each their own. Don't get me wrong. I love.
And you're a
Shack.
Potato Shack guy.
I am a Potato Shack guy, but that's not.
But
what
he
I do.
obviously doesn't order that at Potato Shack.
Nope. I can't order what I normally order at Potato Shack because of my diet. But
What is
See,
it?
I never want to have a diet ever again that says
I always
can't have what I want.
I always get scrambled eggs with cheese, the hash, the potatoes that come with it, and then French toast. Their French toast is like my favorite. It's not. It's naturally good homemade French toast.
All right. Well, there you have it, folks. Potato Shack ratings are in. We got a 6.4 from George and Josh. I'm throwing them a 7. And
7.0.
well, yeah, it's a 7.
Okay, just making sure.
It's 7 even.
7.0. Okay.
7 even.
Got
You write your way, I'll write mine. I'll make sure I type 7.0 when I type it up.
Thank you. Yeah, we need
My
that.
goodness.
We need that decimal point.
My goodness.
We don't want our audience to be
I have
hanging.
a 7.0035.
No. We just don't want them hanging, being like 7 what? Like, did they forget to leave off the 0.8? Or was it a 0.2? No, it's a 7.0.
7.0
Oh,
right here.
got it. Now that the point's there, it makes sense.
On a side note,
Everybody, it's a 7.0 now. It's on my notepad.
on a side note, George did have lunch with Ryan yesterday. So when you go to camp, right? Everyone says, "Oh, it was awesome," blah blah blah. But do they really think it was awesome, or was like, I can't say it was bad because of the circumstances, right? Like, is it a true? What's your true opinion? Well, George had lunch with Ryan yesterday, and I think Ryan gave him the true opinion because obviously it wasn't prompted by me or anyone else. What did Ryan have to say?
He said that it was an amazing weekend, and to the point where he wants to try to fit it into schedule going forward. He really enjoyed it. He thought it was great, and he got to do it with his son, which was really cool.
Yep.
So, hats off, man.
That's huge.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, if we value Ryan's opinion's a different story, but I'm just kidding.
No.
Yeah, but in certain circumstances, you have to value everyone's kind of opinion,
Of course.
on some certain things. But,
I just like giving Ryan a bunch of crap because he takes it pretty well.
Yeah. No, he's always a good sport with that because he gives as good as he takes. So I mean,
yeah.
you gotta go both ways with that.
Oh yeah.
All right, so keeping your ball moving along there, George.
Yo.
Bears weekend. You're off. You were actually home. You got the coach beard, the coach mustache going.
Yeah.
Did you give away the jerseys?
Nope, they didn't make it. So it will be saved for another day.
There were empty seats.
Did you tell him or no?
I did tell them. I mean, it was when everybody was together, and I showed them what I ordered, and they were all like very ecstatic. So now I'll just deliver them when they come. But
As in, they're still not here.
they're still not here.
They're supposed to be here on Saturday.
No, they that's what I was pushing for. They still didn't. They still haven't shipped
Oh, the
them.
jerseys still haven't come.
Yeah.
Oh,
What did you think?
I
was-
thought the people didn't come
No.
like to the game. I was like, really?
Oh,
The empty
no,
seats,
we
they
were-
didn't come to the opening game.
No. The game. Oh man, the weekend was unbelievable. We went down there on Saturday, had dinner at one of my wife's favorite restaurant at Fat Rosie's in Schaumburg, and then we trekked it downtown. Went to Kitty O'Shea's for a nightcap.
Yeah, you were drunk texting me from there.
No, I wasn't.
I've got the text.
I don't remember it. Well, anyways, woke up. We tailgated at Kitty O'Shea's and then headed to the Bears tailgate on the Soldier Fields or Field Museum steps. Excellent time. DJ, lots of music, food.
So you
drinks.
guys didn't actually tailgate yourselves? Why
We
not?
I wanted to enjoy the opener without having to do work for once. We tried to, so it's funny because it started probably 7-8 years ago now, where I started going to this tailgate with this same group, and it was always Steve and his wife that put on the tailgate, and they put on an excellent tailgate. Well, then their kids grew, they moved out of the house, they sold the house, and moved to Florida, and they basically hung up their tailgate cleats at that point, and so Paul and I took over tailgating. So we did probably 4 or 5 years of it. Well, now his kids are grown, married, and we all were kind of ribbing him like, hey, why don't you throw a tailgate? It's your turn. Passing the baton. He's like, oh, no, we're just going to go to the restaurant and we're going to go tailgate at this Bears tailgate. So he took the easy way out. So we did. I was like, I'm taking a year off from.
Was that
From all tailgates?
No,
or
just that one. I wanted to enjoy the game. And that.
Where was
day.
that at?
Which one?
The tailgate?
On the Field Museum steps.
Oh, because I saw a thing on Instagram about the Billy Goat does the ultimate tailgate.
Well,
for
it was
for $50.
It was Connor Burns.
and then you add
Yeah.
$20 to it.
Butkus.
You add $20 to it, and you'll get a shuttle bus from the Billy Goat to the game, and then back to the Billy Goat after the game. So it's like get to the Goat in the morning, eat, drink unlimited. For
Are
like
you ready?
4 hours.
Are you ready for Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
What's Sunday?
You want to tell
No, you can tell them.
them? Sunday, John and I get to go downtown to Navy Pier. We are the exclusive invite for Rooftop at Navy Pier to watch the Bears Texans on Sunday Night Football.
Sweet.
Yeah, all you can eat and
All
That'd be
drink.
fun.
all you could eat and drink and hang out.
Yeah, exclusive invite from FanDuel. Shout out to FanDuel.
Wow. Look at you guys.
Yeah,
Big
so
time.
Excited. I'm excited to. It's going to be a big game for us. There's no way we don't win. We win that game.
It's in
unless our
Texas, right?
Yeah. No way we win that game if our offense doesn't show up this week, though. We can't get away with what we did last
I know,
week.
because, I mean, winning a game with just defense is hard 2 weeks in a row.
No, 100%.
But at least you had defense.
Yeah, we also have,
Yeah, did you see the
No.
the video I sent? So I sent John a
Yeah,
video.
you sent me the video.
And he it was about Aaron Rodgers. I think it was something like Aaron Rodgers finally is on a team with a top 10 or top 5 defense. And then it's a meme of somebody saying, "Well, about that."
Well, about that, it was like New York's Jet defense. Well, about that.
that's funny.
So yeah, it was a rough night for Jets fans, obviously, but we got to see Aaron play
I
more than
think-
4 minutes so far this season, so that's a plus.
I think that the Jets got screwed a little bit.
Unfortunately,
I watched the whole game and-
Unfortunately, I've been so busy, I didn't get home till halfway through the game, and then I'm looking through like everything I have. I'm like, it's not streaming on any service I have at the house.
Was
What
it
the hell?
Peacock?
ESPN.
Huh?
It was on ESPN.
I don't have ESPN. That's the one I don't have.
How do you not have ESPN? It comes with Disney Plus.
It's not on my Disney Plus.
No. You bundle Disney Plus, ESPN, and Hulu. It's together, free. And I told you how to get it for free. Well, that's unfortunate.
Not there. My Disney Plus Hulu comes from other sources.
But
It's like your
It's
Costco
free.
membership. It comes from other
It
sources.
comes from, no. So in my house, different. I mean, you got to buy so many different streaming subscriptions, right? So Kyle pays for one service. Andrew has another service. We do 3 services. Emily has a service.
so you basically, because you were stubborn and didn't want to just sign up for a free service, you didn't get to watch your home team play.
I don't care. I mean, seriously, it's not the end of the world. I'm not the guy that like has the team has a bad day and I go beat my wife. You know what I mean? Like we all know that guy. So it's
Whoa. Let's not.
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying
Let's
you.
not take it away or get.
On a side note,
Yeah,
what about the good old Huskies? Huh?
that was awesome.
That was
The
crazy.
Huskies. The Huskies.
That was crazy.
Northern Illinois University.
that was pretty
DeKalb,
sick.
Illinois.
There was
It was the first win in program history on a top 5 team, right?
Yeah.
that is questionable. I don't buy any of the top 25 for the first 4 or 5 weeks.
Well,
You
understandable.
never know what.
Understandable, but
It's
still.
it's a shot in the dark.
Yeah,
still a
I
ranking.
know, seriously, because like the Texas Michigan game, like they had Michigan rated at what 10?
Oh, dude,
Texas
Texas
destroyed 'em.
Destroyed them.
Made
Matthew
Porno had to
Matthew
eat some words
McConaughey.
for the first time in his life. Lost.
Destroyed them.
Yeah,
I can't talk much. Iowa lost to Iowa State by a field
by
goal
a
too.
field goal. Yeah, it was
I know.
similar.
Go Cyclones.
Yeah, but that Cyhawk Bowl. I mean, they
I
go back.
gotta be a Cyclones fan. 2 of my nephews went there.
They
so.
go back and forth every year. It's always a good game.
Yeah, but they had no business losing that game.
Nope, not one bit. But it happens.
It happens. It's a horrible.
See,
game
our
to name
season, that game didn't make or break our season like it did Notre Dame.
Notre Dame's done. On to next year.
Unless,
No,
No.
there's no way.
unless NIU wins out, becomes a top 10 team, then there is
Like I said, Notre Dame is done for the year. That's not happening. They're a MAC school. There's no way that they make a top 10. Even if they win out, I don't think they'll get the love for top 10.
I think they will.
Everybody loves an underdog.
I think they will. I do.
I mean, hell,
if
I
they
saw
win out-
Rudy. I saw Rudy was wearing an NIU jacket now.
If NIU wins out, there is they go top 10.
Nah, I don't buy it. I just don't. We'll see.
We'll see.
I don't think they're gonna win out though.
Yeah.
They're gonna watch them lose next week to like Kennesaw State or some. I don't know. I don't even know who they play, but watch them lose to like some
Toledo, Bowling Green.
Yeah, and then watch Notre Dame's gonna win out now because they have zero pressure, and watch them ball out now, and they'll be like, well, it's too bad you couldn't beat Northern.
Yeah.
But
But how many times- it's like
they
an
have a terrible quarterback.
It's like an
though.
Appalachian State
Yeah.
or I said, did you see Angela Reese out for the year?
Mm-hmm. That's okay. She didn't make any shots anyways.
Do you think that hurts her chances of getting Rookie of the Year?
There's no way she's even going to come close to Rookie of the Year.
I think Caitlin Clark's got it in the bag.
Yeah.
100%. Caitlin's a better player. It's
I mean,
not even
100%.
close.
I mean,
I agree with you on that.
I hate to say it, but she actually
She
put a
can't make
5
shots. She's just all she does is rebound. Rodman would never get Player of the Year just because he got rebounds. You got to be a well-rounded player. Caitlin's got assists, scoring, some rebounds. What else does she do? Blocks? No, not blocks. Her main is I think she leads WNBA in assists.
Also, yeah. Also, everyone, the whole thing is, well, she has the most turnovers. And if you look at all of her turnover, like I would not say all, I'm going to say probably 75% of her turnovers are from passes that other players can't handle.
It makes sense.
She's throwing a pass now, not even ready for it.
Yep.
No.
Yep. And it tips off their hand, and then it's considered a turnover.
Yeah.
She's just that good. It's all right.
She's
I mean,
changed the game.
She well, not only that, but she single-handedly took a bottom-feeding team, and they're in contention. They're gonna make the playoffs.
100%.
And nobody. I mean, they even started the season. They were in last place and completely turned that team around.
Just look at how one athlete could get so many people interested in a sport that was actually floundering for years. I hate to say it, but the WNBA was not getting the love and
nobody
respect.
talked
And
about
like,
it.
I mean, sports betting has helped that a lot too. I'm just saying, like the prevalence of sports betting all over the country has helped a lot of other sports that don't get much love.
100%.
WNBA though, I think it's a great organization. Well, let me say, I think it's a great concept. You talk to players, you listen to some of them in interviews, you listen to some retired players from when it started. The WNBA is not a well-run organization, but there's a potential for such growth and such opportunity there. And you get a couple of star players that come in and get people interested and get young girls interested in basketball and just growing it out and just showing the leadership skills you need to get to that level of competition.
100%.
And that's what sports is really all about, right? Because the people that actually make it that far, very small percentage compared to everybody that wants to play and gets out there. So
And then there's a lot of girls that get drafted into the WNBA, right? And then don't make the squad.
right,
Do you want to know what the highest percentage of all sports of making it pro? What's your best percentage chance?
golf
Nope.
Track and field.
Nope.
is pro track and field.
I don't know, but it's not the answer.
Is it football?
Nope.
Let's hear it, George.
Hockey.
Really?
Yep. Hockey players have the best chance of making pro.
Well, that's because they quit school. A lot of them that are going
they go
pro,
to- and they go
they're
juniors.
playing junior league since they're like 15 years old, living in different states,
Yeah.
playing travel teams.
Yeah, because if you're good enough to play juniors, you're going because you don't go to college right away.
No,
You play juniors until you're 20, 21, and then you go to college.
if you don't get drafted, then you go to college. You age out basically of
Yep,
juniors.
Yep. So it's reversed.
But juniors is a pay to play as well. A lot of the leagues within juniors, you're not getting paid. You're getting a job while you're there. You're working while you're playing. Your parents are paying room and board for you. You're getting taken in by a host family. It's a crazy lifestyle.
you're an athlete student.
Yes.
Interesting.
You're an athlete student. So yeah, you
You're
play
doing
high school hockey, and then you go to juniors, and then you go to college. So you're a 21-year-old, 22-year-old freshman.
Yeah.
If you don't make it.
And then sometimes some people get drafted then out of college. But most of them coming up right out of juniors, 18, 19 years old, going straight into the pros.
100%. 100%.
And even though that percentage is few to none. I have a friend of mine that's a realtor. Her son's actually playing way up in northern Canada again this year. I mean, he's 18, 19 years old in northern Canada playing for the season again. Like, ship him off. And this is his path. He's trying to make it.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That's an interesting factoid.
It's
I
a
learned.
lot of time. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of support. I mean, you wish all kids could go, but I mean, hockey is a tough sport too.
Oh,
though.
hard. Very hard. Yeah.
So
It was crazy.
So
College sports is wild right now. Like Pac-12, I think Pac-12. They only have 2 teams in the Pac-12.
Really?
so did the Pac-2.
I mean, the Pac-12 is dismantling after this year. So 3 of the teams came over to the Big Ten.
Which is where Oregon?
Oregon, UCLA, and USC.
They're in the Big Ten?
Yeah.
I missed
some long travel.
Yeah. They're in the Big Ten.
Jeez.
So, like, Iowa goes to UCLA like November 11th.
Interesting. John, so what winery did you visit this weekend?
I did not visit a winery this weekend.
I'm out. We're done.
It was Fall Fest.
No. So
Oh wait, that's right. John does have some big news.
So we started out last week. My wife and I went to the beautiful Solomoni's in Cherry Valley for dinner on Friday night because it's good food.
It is.
I mean, whether you get the pizza or you get some of their other dishes, I had this mushroom ravioli that comes with like shrimp scallops and a mushroom wine sauce, and it was to die for. We split a bottle of Malbec, so we had some wine. That was our Friday. Saturday, I was working open houses, so we didn't do anything because I had a couple of new listings come to market. But then Sunday, that was the big announcement day. We
Hold on, before you say that,
yeah.
I got home Sunday night, and guess what the first thing my kids told me?
They saw me.
Dad, we saw John. All of them. We saw John. He didn't see us, but we saw John.
It was hard. There was a lot of people in the crowd. I kept hearing my name being called out, but I didn't know who from where.
So he was on the float with the Santa suit on and the beard, and he was waving to everybody as he went by.
No.
That wasn't you.
That's for the hometown. That's for the hometown holiday Christmas. We might do that, but no. We officially announced this week, but we decided let's hit the parade. Myself, John Broda, Teresa Skridla, and Dayne Mead. He's with zoning and building board right now in Roscoe. The 3 of us together as a slate are running for Village of Roscoe trustee in the upcoming elections. And then we have Kimberly Grza on our slate as well. She's running for the clerk for the village. So that's our 4-person slate. We've decided that we need people that understand real estate, business, and development a little better to help the village grow. Right now, we got 11,000 people live in the village. We're watching extreme growth in McChesney Park, extreme growth in Loves Park, and then Roscoe, who has an interchange. I mean, Rockton Road interchange, that is Roscoe, Village of Roscoe, and no development happening other than a couple of gas stations. So we want to see.
You got a Starbucks.
We've got a couple of Starbucks.
Yeah.
You know, you need another
Casino.
couple. No, another couple car washes.
Car washes pop up everywhere.
Dude, everywhere.
No, but we're running for office. Our election is on April 1st, but we're getting the word out. So Thursday night of this week, we're Petro's Pizza. Petro's just did a big addition. The ownership of Petro's now, Petro retired years ago.
Yeah.
So the new ownership, though,
Is it Petro or Pietro?
well, it depends on how you say it.
I thought it was Pietro's.
Well, you could say it if you want to be Italian and say Pietro's or
No,
it's Petro's, whatever.
I'm pretty sure it's Pietro's. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
You know what, George? Just you're done. You're done. I just muted George. He's done. So, what are you pressing? You're trying to press something.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Yeah. I was going for the
jerks.
No, I get it.
There
I
you
get
go.
it. Yeah. So, they just took over the entire building now, bought out the building, and they bought the lot next door. So they're gonna be putting in a huge parking lot right next door, and they have
Did he say
dining.
huge or huge?
Huge. You know what? We are gonna go R-rated again this week because I'm gonna tell somebody to F off.
Okay, keep going. Sorry.
So so we're doing our launch party there. We're gonna have the news at 6:00 on Thursday, but this airs on Friday, so it already happened. So it was a great turnout. It was a great time. We had a great time. But no, we marched in the parade, held our signs, kind of announced that we're here, we're running. Right now, we're currently signing petitions. So if you live in the Village of Roscoe, not Roscoe Township only, because some people live in Township but not the village. If you're in the Village of Roscoe, I'd love to get your support. I'd love to get your signature. Based on the elections 2 years ago, we're only required to get 10% of who voted as far as signatures. So I need 16 signatures from Roscoe residents. But we're each shooting to get a couple hundred each just to show that we have support of our community, because 1,600 people went out and voted 2 years ago. So that's how it works in consolidated elections. We run nonpartisan, so it doesn't matter if you're a Republican or a Democrat. We're here to serve the community. And but we got a lot of love at the parade. A lot of people were cheering for Teresa, cheering for me. Like, oh my goodness, didn't think you guys were doing this. Teresa's another realtor. She's with Century 21.
So how many outfits did Venice change into and keep going down the parade route? Yeah, John. And then put a hat on.
Venice was caught up in her own right with Kid Spot.
Nice. That's right.
So
that's the one year you couldn't help her.
They had a huge. It was so huge.
Wait,
this float was huge. There was no float better than the Kid Spot float. It was huge.
Are you saying huge or huge? Is it Huge or just Uge?
No, it's Yuge.
Why?
Yuge. All right?
Huge.
Huge.
Anyone who knows anyone from Queens knows that it's huge.
Huge.
It's huge. Orange Man bad. No, Orange Man's not bad.
Where did that come from? We weren't even talking about that.
No, because that's what it is. When you're saying huge, that's what he.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's how Trump says it. And that's
No. The Orange Man.
The Orange Man. Everybody,
the Orange Man.
The Orange Man. So yeah, but we announced there. They had an amazing float though at Kid Spot. It's the 20th anniversary of Kid Spot in Roscoe. They've been in business 20 years now, and my wife's been there for 15 of them. So that's crazy.
Do you know why the float was so successful?
I wasn't driving it this year.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't know. I was changing the world.
Yep, changing the world one bit at a time. One bit at a time. And then Sunday, right after the parade, though, we had a couple of Venice's coworkers over and tapped in some bourbons that we picked up back in Kentucky way back when. So opened up that Maker's Mark iced tea. Very yummy. As good as I remembered it. Popped open a bottle of Eagle Rare. Had some Four Roses.
Oh.
My OSBA that I've had. And then Bluegrass Distillers. Remember they're the local place right there across from the university. Like across from the University of Kentucky. Like they're right there.
Yep.
But they only sell pretty much there. They'll ship to Illinois now, but only to Southern Illinois. It's weird. So you got to like pick it up at a place there and then have it either shipped to a liquor store up here to get it or something. They don't ship direct to door, but open up a bottle of their single barrel, which was, oh my goodness. And I did not remember that it was 116 proof, but it gave me a very nice Kentucky hug. I'll tell you that. But
that's not that bad.
But we did that, cooked some brats and all like that in the afternoon after the parade, and just low key have a lot of things going on with the realtor associations. I've been at galas and installation ceremonies for the last 2 weeks. This week, I'm being sworn in as the Secretary Treasurer of Heartland Realtors.
Nice.
So that's going to be fun. And then Rockford area, the Northwest Illinois Alliance of Realtors has their gala, has their event this week out in Davis. So I'll be going out and representing out there. So just a lot of fun, a lot of running around, a lot of work, a lot of mental stress. So I know how you're mentally exhausted because I got a lot going on. Plus, 2 new listings are hitting the market this week for me.
Attaboy.
So houses are moving. We're getting offers.
No.
I just want to throw this. No, people are sending offers in now, and we haven't seen this in probably 4 years, 5 years. Home sale contingency. People with existing homes are now looking to sell their home and buy something else because rates are finally dropping a bit, George.
No.
Yeah. Like, I mean, you should be talking about this stuff. I mean, it's good stuff.
Yep.
But, I mean, it's coming back. It gives me hope that we're getting to a more normalized market where things are going to start going back to the way it was 2017, 2018. Prices will level out a little bit. You know, inventory will grow. We'll have a couple more days on market than a week.
Hopefully next year's a good year. 100%.
And I heard a rumor. And I wanted to ask you this because I was listening to like CNBC or something like that, and they were talking about insurance, and that this year was surprisingly a low claim year for insurance carriers nationwide.
The rumor on the mill is that rates are plateauing Q4,
Right.
and then the beginning of Q1 should be a very, very steady even keel.
Right. We should be leveled out now, and we've caught up because of all the claims that had to be paid out, and because it was such a low impact year.
And the market is starting to open back up. So we shut down very heavily.
Well, I know a lot of carriers like dropped big states like Illinois, California, Florida.
They dropped them, or they just were not accepting new business in certain states. But a lot of the markets are starting to open back up, which then allows the footprint to kind of increase and widen out a little bit better. There are companies that are taking massive rates right now, but in the end, it's
everybody's going to do it.
No, I think everyone already has.
That's what I mean.
Most of them already have. It's the companies that are now coming back to market after being shut down for the last 14 months, right? That are now coming back to market that are taking rate. But yeah, we're gonna have a good plateau here in Q4 and beginning of J1 next year at 25. It should pan out and just kind of level out itself, and it's positive. There's kind of some light at the end of the tunnel.
That's awesome.
We still get screamed at about people's rates going up, but it
is what it is.
But listen, my rates went up. Everybody's rates went up a little bit.
Yep.
But
we all. I'm not gonna say it, but we all know. Everyone knows why. When you start giving away money,
right,
instead of keeping money, when you start giving it away, you have to kind of
right
make up that.
And on the same note, most insurance carriers give back in claims like 90%. That's the business model, basically.
Yeah, the problem is we're running at like a $1.28 clip,
right?
And they're trying to get to a $1.20. Right. So how do you do that?
Oh, you raise rates, or you bring in even more people.
Yep.
But then the more people you bring in, the more chance of liability happens.
There you go.
Where you have more money going out.
When you're saturated in a zip code demographic, right? It's kind of like State Farm. They're the largest company in the United States, right? So when you're so saturated in a certain zip code, and then that zip code area, because all rates are based on zip code. Zip code takes a massive hit, right?
Yep.
You're paying out a lot of claims because you're so saturated in one area. So some of these smaller end companies that, instead of being 80% in the zip code, they're 5% in the zip code, they'll be able to give good rates. Mm-hmm. Oh, good job, George.
Good job, George.
Doop. So, yeah, there is a little light at the end of the tunnel, which we're excited about.
Yeah.
But on the flip side, right, I've never wrote more business in my career than the last 2 years.
Right.
The insurance world's been the wild, wild west. Everybody's fair game. No one's loyal. These companies aren't giving discounts for being with them 25 years anymore. They're like, well, we'll get rid of you and we'll replace you.
And I look at it this way. I think you need to look at an overall objective when shopping insurance. One, you need to make sure you find an agent that you like, you trust, who gives you that support you need, right? And gives you the knowledge. Because just like mortgages or real estate, like people don't know the ins and outs, the terms, what everything means. So you want somebody that's going to actually explain that to you. I mean, I'm a pretty bright individual, but when I'm talking insurance with Josh over my policies, I'm like, talk to me like I'm 5 years old, because I have no clue what this number means or this means or this multiplier.
And people want me to tell them exactly what to do.
Right.
Which is a good thing. Mm-hmm. Don't beat around the bush. You tell me, do I do this or do I do this?
But I'm saying though, like if you're with like American Family, or you're with Allstate, or you're with State Farm, fine. You love your age and you love all that, but call and check in and be like, hey, is there any way I could get, I'm watching all these new sign up discounts. I've been with you loyal for a long time. Is there anything you could do for me? If they're saying no, then that might be the time to say, listen, I love you as a person. I love your stuff, but maybe I need to shop. I like a non-captive agent personally, because I know my review comes up November. Josh is going to shop me to the 30, 40, 50 plus companies that his company works with. And who knows, the company I've been with now for 3 years might be the one that still has the best rates for my family and my situations.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe there's another company that says, we want this business because John has a lot of insurance and we'll give a better rate and lock them in for 2 years. And who knows, but I don't know that if I don't shop it, but I don't have time to do all that. All these companies and all these TikToks and all this stuff saying, shop direct and cut out the agent, and you went from $1,200 premium to $230 because you're not paying an agent commission. It's like, no, that's wrong. You know, because you're just doing all the work for the company and they're just collecting a check. Have somebody that knows what they're doing. Don't write your own insurance policy.
Because God forbid, right? You do it yourself and you leave off of very important coverage or something, and then
you kill somebody.
Yep.
A car wreck.
Yep. And then guess what? That's on you.
Or even if you don't kill, like, I went all the way negative there. But
no,
you have,
but
a small house fire and it's not covered and it burns down your neighbor's garage, and your fire caused that garage to go down. You're not covered for their property replacement.
Yeah, but you went to the extreme. But when we talk insurance people, we have to go the extreme.
Right. Because it's worst case scenario. You're
worst case scenario.
Plan for the worst, expect the best.
Right.
But I do know also, though, if something happens, I've been with you at, a dinner or at an event or just at breakfast, and somebody gets rear-ended and they call you and you're on it right away.
I answered a phone call last night at 9 o'clock at night.
And you were in bed at 8:45.
Yep, I did.
That's impressive.
So, George, you got anything crazy going on in your world?
Machina's rolling.
Rolling? What's
Rolling.
What's rolling?
My website's going to drop here soon. I'm excited. I've got more new things coming out for my clients. I'm doing great, and mortgages are mortgages. They'll be there. So,
Well, that's just one aspect of everything you do. So
Yep.
you help people consult with their credit, basically, and other items, just so they can
yep.
leverage what they have going. Wow, that was impressive.
I try to sneeze as quietly as possible, so I did.
That was super impressive. I mean,
Well, I
if
muted
you're
him.
watching the video, you're like, what happened? He's like, and then he dives into his belly, basically.
I had to sneeze, man.
It is what it is.
So, but no, I'm saying though,
Yeah.
you help people get their credit going. They have leveraged their skills. They could get better rates then for their mortgages. They could do all kinds of things, and you're there for any obstacle somebody has in life. So it's a
what I
great
do.
little way of rolling in everything
Yeah.
in one nut.
But that's really it. What do you got? This weekend, you and I are going to have a blast.
I have not looked up anything going on this weekend. I apologize. I am not prepared.
Uh-oh.
I am not prepared.
Hold on.
I've been too busy.
Rockford this weekend. Let's see. What do we want to highlight this weekend?
I'm sure the Rockford Register Star will have a list of stuff next week that happened this week, because I saw that this morning in the
Village
paper.
Art Fair.
Things that were trending.
Oh,
and it was everything that happened last weekend.
the paranormal conference is on Saturday.
Ooh.
The art fair at Greenwich is this week. Is Saturday.
Is it Greenwich or Greenwich?
I don't know. I wanted to say
'Cause
Greenwich,
I think it's the Greenwich Art Fair.
It is.
Yes,
Like,
Greenwich.
like Greenwich.
Like Greenwich
Connecticut.
Village.
Greenwich
in New
Village.
York?
I wasn't sure.
It's
Is it
spelled
New York?
Greenwich.
Is it New York? I thought it was Connecticut.
No, Greenwich.
No, it's New York.
What's
Greenwich
Greenwich,
Village
Connecticut,
is-
but Greenwich Village is in New York City.
Okay, because Greenwich, Connecticut's a very wealthy town.
It's a very wealthy town. Well, that's where the former First Lady Hillary Clinton lived.
So
Ooh,
Saturday-
Also, my roommate at IMG Academy lived there.
Saturday, Greenwich Art Fair. Sunday,
Brandon Bonilla.
Brandon Bonilla.
also the paranormal conference.
I graduated high school with Dan Bongino.
You know who Brandon Bonilla is,
No.
right?
Fiesta
You're
Patrias
You're
is
a
on
Mets
Sunday.
fan. You're a Mets fan, right?
Well, is Bobby's brother?
Bobby's son.
Bobby's son. Okay. Well, obviously the Mets are still paying Bobby. So
So
Oh, you know what I'm doing on Saturday morning? Taking a bus ride with a bunch of guys up to Madison, because guess who's playing in Madison this weekend?
Who?
Alabama.
You're going to the game?
Yeah, Alabama, Wisconsin. Not very often you get a school like that to come here locally. Local for us, it's only an hour. So yeah, I'm going up to see Wisconsin get smoked by Alabama.
you're gonna wear your beautiful red USA shirt.
What time
there?
is the game at?
11 a.m. Yeah, we rented a bus. We're We have a driver that's going to drive us up there.
There you go.
That's Saturday, and then Sunday Bears.
And I would totally go, but I have 2 open houses. I have to work. Oh,
But yeah, Bobby's bought me a slew of dinners. It's pretty cool living with him.
That's
with Brandon. Yeah, he's a big
big man.
Like this door, he would have to turn sideways
To get through it?
To get through it.
Makes sense. I mean, if you're this and the doorway's this, you no choice.
Oh, he's a big dude.
I mean, smart dude too, though. I mean, getting paid all that
Dude,
money.
he has made one of the greatest lucrative deals, I think, in sports history.
Yeah.
Well,
So that's my side note. Like, at least the Mets are doing okay.
Mets. Yeah, they had
And
what, an
the
8-game win streak?
Yankees, the Yankees are doing really well all of a sudden out of nowhere.
You want to
man,
hear?
so-
You want to hear a fun fact about our White Sox? In the last 50 days,
5 games.
no, in the last 50 days, the Chicago Bears have won 1 game in Chicago, and so have the White Sox.
That's pretty good.
And guess who we beat? The only team we've beaten in Chicago in the last 50 days, the Yankees, 12-2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Never would have
That
guessed
was a
that.
Friday night game.
Yep. Never would have guessed that.
Well, we're gonna have a fun time on the 25th.
Yes, we will.
We're gonna go to the stadium.
Who are we going with?
Oh, it's gonna be you and me. And because this guy is coaching, and I mean, I get that you're doing family stuff, so you got to do that stuff. So Mike Wright and Mike Sima, you're gonna get to meet Mike
Ooh,
Sima.
I know Mike Sima.
And they're both, well, you know Mike Wright. Mike Sima's a great guy too, and Mike Sima's a huge Sox fan. Huge.
Huge.
He's a
Did
huge
he
Sox
just say
fan.
huge again?
No,
How are we getting there?
I'm driving.
Okay, cool. So all I need to know is when and where I have to be. for
Right.
you to
We're gonna
pick me
meet.
up.
We're gonna meet in Roscoe and then head off to the game. I've got it. I'm
Okay.
driving,
Cool.
doing all that.
All right, gents.
We taking the
Taking the Tesla.
Tesla.
Taking the Tesla.
Ba-dum-bum. Hey, do all the
Tesla
YouTube.
might have to drive us back home. Who knows?
Can you guys subscribe?
I would love more subscribers.
Just one. I just want one extra one. I don't know where we're at right now. Just give us another one.
Give us some love.
So please, well, you know what it is? Are they subscribing on YouTube?
Hey, whoa. I have to say this before we go. Yesterday,
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Yesterday.
I was at the gym. Mike was there. And I go, hey, Mike, I gave you a shout out. Not only did he know that from last episode, he told me what minute
Yeah.
it was in the episode.
Yeah.
So he literally is watching.
Mike.
Sennheiser
Ah,
owns the
Maximum
Maximum
performance.
Performance. He's watching. He told me what minute. He's like 21 minutes, about 21 minutes in. And I was like, touche. Nice work. I appreciate that, Mike. So maybe Mike subscribed last week. So
Mike,
We
do
got an
whatever it
extra
takes to get me and Georgia at 5 a.m.
I got you. You just got to tell me when. We'll go.
So the hard part, like I was saying,
What would you rather do? There's 3 options: a leg day, an arm day, or full body.
I don't really care.
The full body's got some conditioning in there. So if you want to have a better workout, let's do Wednesday or Saturday morning, 5.
Well, Saturday morning, I can even do like a 7.
I can't this Saturday because I'll be on a bus.
But I'm just saying, Saturday
All right.
Saturday mornings. Remember, I'm pretty fair game Saturday morning.
So next Saturday, no, I'll be in Arizona.
Yeah.
2 Saturdays.
3 Saturdays. Ha, ha, ha. 4 Saturdays. Ha, ha, ha.
All right, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do Saturday morning.
All right. Like, share, subscribe. We want a new subscriber,
Oh,
but we're not
wait,
sure
one
if
more.
you're going to subscribe on YouTube, on Facebook, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
One more. Shout out to Amy, Fresh Start Cafe. Last Saturday we worked out and we all went to Fresh Start. She's awesome. She did a great job.
Fresh Start is an incredible place.
Incredible breakfast
And
place.
I think they're on our list this year.
They are.
Yep, I can't wait to. We're gonna showcase you guys. All right. Again, do all the YouTubey things. I won't cut you off anymore. I just remembered all these things and
YouTube.
things I did.
YouTube, Facebook,
Huge.
wherever you listen to podcasts.
Huge.
All right. So please like, share, subscribe, do all that stuff. Follow. Goodbye. No sound.
Oops.